Hey, my name's Sean Hurwitz. I play for Smash Mouth. Used to play with Enrique Iglesias. And you're watching The Anthony Rogers Show with me as a guest.
You are now listening to the best show in the universe. The Anthony Rogers Show. You probably wish that this was your show. But it's not. It's The Anthony Rogers Show. Tell all of your friends to listen to this show.
Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Farmer Nate's Sauce. Go to farmernatesauce.com, link in the description, get some small batch hot sauce straight out of Kentucky. Welcome back to the greatest show in the entire universe. Today we have an absolute legend from an absolute legendary band, and we have Sean Hurwitz from Smash Mouth. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Really good, man. I've been trying to get your band on here for a second, man. You have like a legendary band, and they don't do a lot of podcasts, I've noticed.
Yeah, I don't have any explanation, but I love doing them, but I don't know why.
No, it's crazy. Yeah. The band's huge, man. Like, I love their I love their music, man. Like, they're like, what was the best part of being in Smash Mouth, like, to you?
Let me put my phone on silent. There we go. Man, the best part of being on Smash Mouth, you're gonna think this is funny, but first of all, just a bunch of great guys. Such a fun vibe. I've done a bunch of gigs, and some of them, you wake up in the morning and you're just like, okay, baby, I'll see you in a few days. I got to go do this one. It's like going to the office. And then Smash Mouth is like the exact opposite. I just have such a great time. I get up, I'm just like, no matter when I'm leaving, I'm just like, dude, this is going to be a fun few days, man. Like, just a really, really great bunch of guys. And then the fans are awesome. They're just, a bunch of them come up dressed as Shrek, dressed as Donkey, dressed as different characters, and they're just in it, man. It's just such a fun party vibe on stage, and that's really my favorite part. It's just really positive. I don't know if you could tell I'm like a positive dude, and that just fits my my thing. It's just a positive, fun party band.
That's cool. Yeah, no, it really is. Like, I remember hearing like the singer in an interview or reading it say like, you want to do the opposite of that grunge thing where everybody was just like doing heroin and being negative and stuff. And I heard him say something like that. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but no, I like that concept that it's like kind of uplifting, like party music type thing. Like, it's interesting, man. Like, how did you join the band? Like, what was your story? Like,
so mine is an interesting one. I had been playing for years with a dear, dear friend of mine, who at the time was the drummer for Smash Mouth and is the drummer for Smash Mouth at the moment as well, Randy Cook. And the master himself, the guy that co-wrote or wrote, I actually don't know if he co-wrote or wrote, but he's definitely a part of the Smash Mouth hits, Greg Camp. For whatever reason, I don't know the details, but he ended up not doing 2 or 3 weeks, about 2-3 weeks of shows in Iraq and Kuwait. It was coming up. For whatever reason, he wasn't doing it. I don't know if, whatever. I
can think of a lot of reasons not to. But
yeah. But yeah. So I mean, there could have been a lot of reasons. I don't know if it was. I don't know what it was, frankly. But they needed someone like super fast. So I had 5 days to learn an hour and a half of music. And see, it's not like other gigs I've done where it's like, here's the chord chart, and I just make little notes, put it on the thing, then make little lights on it, and let's do this. You're the lead guitarist, man, of a party band. This is about to be fun, right? So you can't really, you're not charting things out and looking at notes. You have to memorize an hour and a half of music, solos, and this is not a pop band. I did Enrique Iglesias too, and that is Latin pop. There's like probably 10 chords that you use throughout the whole set in different keys, right?
Right. No, you're right.
In fact, it's simple in that way, and it's also very confusing because some of the songs are just like, oh my God, it's the same song, but the second verse, the two things flipped. So it's tricky in a different way. But with Smash Mouth, it's like every song is just completely different. Do you know any of their like I want to say punk rock, but it's more like ska punk, ska rock kind of catalog. Do you know, like?
Yeah, I like the earlier stuff too. Like I liked Smash Mouth a lot as a kid, so I was introduced to them like really young. And what's funny, what caught my attention out of like your story kind of is that your first Smash Mouth show was in a war zone.
Yes.
That was your first.
Yes, dude.
That's insane. That's like insane. So it was Iraq or where was your
I,
first?
well, we landed in Kuwait. Well, so I had 5 days to do the whole thing. I had 3 days to learn everything. I basically learned everything in 20-hour days, and then I went and ran everything with Randy, and just for little knickknacks, whatever you have to fix here and there, like, oh, we end this song like this, we end this song like that, and then we flew up north. We did a rehearsal with the guys, took off to Kuwait.
That's crazy.
Now, I told them, I said, guys, just so you know, I'm Israeli. It says in my American passport, I'm an American citizen as well. My parents are from New York. It says in my American passport, Shachar Ilan Hurwitz, born in Israel. Like, there's no mistaking that I am an Israeli.
Going to the Middle East, yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, I was like, is this going to be a problem?
In an American band, you know, that's a crazy mix, man.
Well, dude, I've done crazier things with Enrique, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, why don't we get to that after?
So I said, is this going to be a problem? They double checked. It's not going to be a problem. They've alerted the authorities. They've alerted the people that need to know. All is well. I land in Kuwait, and you get your visas there. So we land in Kuwait as a group, and there's a big sign that says, when you go to the visa stand, countries that will not be able to get visas, you will not get approved. First one. Want to guess what it is?
Israel, for sure.
Israel.
No,
of course. I'm just like, this is going to be interesting. This could be really bad, or they could just put me on a flight back to America right now, or this all goes through. Long story short, they made everyone got their visas right away. They were hating on me. Like, I saw that their eyes were just like, they were not liking me there. The authorities, not the band. The band was fine. But they made everyone wait an hour. And I already saw myself, I saw myself being on the news, like, Smash Mouth guitarist taken into custody in Kuwait, you know. Because, but it didn't happen. Everything went fine, and we ended up, and then at that point, we were driven to a base, and we just hopped from base to base to base to base to base to base. We did, I think, 7 bases in those 3 weeks, and then we, which were amazing, an amazing experience. And another amazing experience, I'm trying to wrap it up real quick. Another amazing experience about that is, as a 10-year-old, so we got to Kuwait, and then from there we did a show. I believe we did a show in Kuwait, and then we hopped. Everything else was in Iraq, and then they brought us back to Kuwait, and we took off to Israel. Oh, is that mine? Sorry. Alarms. So I took, they took us to Iraq, then we went back to Kuwait, went back home. In Iraq, one of the places we did was, what's the capital of Iraq? Anyway, we ended up in the capital, no, it's not Beirut, that's Lebanon, whatever it is. We ended up there. Let's look it up. Jeez, man, this is what the internet is for.
No, it's Baghdad, isn't it?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I turned my mic off for a second. So this air conditioner's on. So I was like, oh my god. So I was trying to say something. No, yeah, it's Baghdad for sure.
It's Baghdad. So yeah, you're right. So we ended up in Baghdad, which was Baghdad. The Baghdad base was, I think, like Saddam Hussein's, his palaces and everything like that was his spot, right? Yeah. So I ended up going. They took us on a very special tour into Saddam Hussein's palaces. Here's the thing. When I was 10 years old, 21 years prior to that, I was in Israel, running into locked to like rooms and basements, bomb shelters, that is, not basements, bomb shelters, because Saddam Hussein was bombing us during the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. Yeah. So I experienced that as a kid, sirens going off, gas masks, so it was crazy. And then 20-ish years later, I'm walking around in Saddam Hussein's palaces. Let me blow your mind here real quick. How many Israeli civilians do you think have walked around in Saddam Hussein's palaces?
Probably zero.
I don't know the number,
Probably
but
not a lot. I wouldn't imagine a lot.
I mean, I'm sure there's been a good amount of Jews, army personnel, military personnel, but an Israeli civilian walking around Saddam Hussein's palaces. I mean,
That's
I
crazy.
must be like one of maybe a dozen to 50 that have ever done that. Because
I think
why else would you be there?
I bet you're guessing high on that, man. That's crazy. No, it is a crazy feeling. All right, so you were born and raised in Israel and then came to America, or were you your parents were there? Where? What's
So born and raised in Israel. My parents are from New York. They made Aliyah, so they migrated to Israel, moved their whole life there, and then had me and 3 younger brothers.
Okay.
4 total. Yeah.
So your parents have American citizenship and you were born there, so you have dual citizenship, you're saying?
That's correct. Yes. So me and all my brothers have dual citizenship.
Interesting. No, that's cool, man. That's what part of Israel that's not too intrusively?
No. For Jerusalem. Right now, the brothers are living. I have a brother living in Eilat. I have a brother living in Jerusalem, and I have a brother living up north. I don't remember the exact spot. I want to say it's near Haifa, and my parents are still in Jerusalem. So they're kind of up center and on the bottom.
And you were telling me yesterday you weren't in the military though.
I didn't do the military. Nothing. I'm very supportive of the military. I have had.
I thought you had to be like. Doesn't Israel make all their citizens at age 18 like enlist or something?
Yeah. I mean, I went through the whole process. I just had really, really bad eyesight. I still do. Do you have glasses or lenses?
Oh no, but I know what you're talking. I can relate to what you're talking about.
Dude, my eyes are -7.
Okay, that's crazy.
I'm basically blind. just completely. I can't, like, this is how close you have to be for me to actually see anything without lenses or glasses.
So that's how we get on the show. You're blind.
Yes. So yeah, man. I mean, I was just in bad shape, and so the military and the IDF and myself agreed that I'm probably not a good fit.
No, it makes sense. I was just curious, like, because I've only heard stories. I've never actually been to Israel, so I was just curious. But no, just to flip the script on the listeners a lot. So you're also, we can talk about Enrique Iglesias.
Well, I haven't played with Enrique for a long time, and I'm not doing the upcoming tour with him. Well, for a long time, for a few years. It's COVID, but he just wasn't working that much, man. I mean, I loved. I did it for 4 years.
Crazy, though.
Love the band. It's a crazy experience, man. I remember watching DVDs of Justin Timberlake doing the Future Sex Love Show, I think was the name. I love that DVD. I own that DVD, and I was just like, they're showing the backstage and everything that goes, and I'm just like, man, being on a tour with like 100 people, and boom, there I am with Enrique Iglesias doing tours with 100 people, like us and Pitbull. With all the production, with everything, we were just shy of 100 people on that tour. I think it was like 15. It was 13 buses and 15 trailers, like trucks with all the gear. It was crazy big.
Insane.
But after a few years, he just wasn't working as much, and Smash called me and said, "Hey, you available to do some shows?" And we ended up clicking again, which is great because I love the band, and I miss the Enrique Iglesias thing. I hope to do that again at a certain point. I can't complain. I love doing both of them.
No, I bet. Yeah, you have like 2 people's dreams, probably. Everybody wants to be. I think growing up, every kid like wanted to be a rock star kind of thing. Myself included. I think so. I mean, I think that's just like a cool vibe. And, how many guitars do you have? That's like a lot of guitars.
I've got a bunch in front of me. I've got a bunch here. I've got it's about 23, 24 instruments total. I mean, I'm looking at a mandolin, ukulele. There's a banjo. So yeah. About 24, 25. What do you play? You said you wanted to be a rock star. Do you play any?
Well, yeah, I tried to sing as a kid, but I'm a bad singer. And then I found out. And then I play the guitar terribly. And then I could.
Without sponsors like Slapwoods, this show just wouldn't exist. So go to slapwoods.com and roll your own cigar. Support the show. Support the sponsors. Thank you.
I could write beats and stuff. I've written like I could do like electronic stuff, but I can't do like like traditional instruments that well. Like,
What do you work on? What's your DAW, your digital audio interface?
oh, it's just moving files, man. Whatever's the fastest one at the time. You know, GarageBand is sometimes like.
GarageBand, okay.
Well, I do. Well, I almost have to make like 4 songs per episode of this show. I mean, it's not like it's not like I'm like releasing them as an artist or anything. But like, I wish I have done that too. But I feel like it's more like for the show I have to make 4 songs with the ads. You know, I have to like talk over me. So I write the beats for the any
Really?
ad you hear in this episode. I have to write the beat, and then I have to I say something over it. You know, whatever the fuck I want to say. But,
well, I heard it yesterday when I was listening. That's really cool. I'll have to take a listen again.
No, it's nerdy, right? But no, originally I wanted to be like my generation was like robbed of like of a music industry almost because like you had like Napster coming, and then like it's better now clearly, but you had to be established before 1998 to even really play the game. From in the 2000s, I felt like there was no music sales, there was no like
Yep.
really. I mean, you could play shows, but that was hard to monetize. I mean, it was hard to start out and monetize with. You know, I mean, you had to be established for. I'd argue 1998 or so. You know.
There was a very specific time frame then when we still don't know where the music industry is and what's happening with it, but it has evolved to continue. Back then it was just like, holy crap, what is going to happen?
Yeah.
How are we surviving this? You know,
I went to comedy because there was no music industry. And I wasn't talented anyway. So it was just like I like really, I'm not trying to be like delusional. Yeah, I wasn't even really that talented, but so I went to music or I went to comedy. Yeah, and so it's like that's like, but I feel like that's how I relate to so many musicians off the bat. Like I feel like I relate to you. It's like artists can just relate no matter what. No, it's just like a weird, like no matter what your art is. If you're an artist, like you have that same kind of like traveler mentality and other things. Entertainer traveler mentality.
Well, you know what? That's a very good point to bring up. It's one of the things. Like I have a YouTube channel, and I talk to people about how to. I try to take them from the room they're practicing in to actually getting out there and making a career of it. And one of the things, what were you just saying? The traveling thing. I tell people, talk to a pro, and I invite people to talk to me. Like hit me up on Instagram, hit me up anywhere, because I love helping people. And I tell people that's one of the things you want to find out. Like you may think you want to be a rock star your whole life, and then you find out you hate flying. Dude, flying is a huge part of touring, right? Yeah. It's not only like you could be a session musician and stay home. You could just do everything in your studio. You could go to the studios. You don't necessarily have to be a touring musician, but you kind of want to know if you like traveling, if you like flying before you decide I'm going to be a touring musician. I happen to love it. I love it. I love being on flights. I love being the only thing that I hate about it is when you have a connection that's super short, or when you have a flight that's delayed and then things get really screwed up. That's the only time I don't like it. If I think everything's smooth, I could have a 30-hour travel day and I'll be fine.
It's crazy. Yeah, your level of travel is probably way better than like starting out. A lot of kids start out probably in vans and stuff, and like probably how like everyone probably how the band started out too originally. I mean, but yeah, no, at your level, yeah, I bet it's awesome. Like, I mean, listen, I've done in front of a bunch of people all the time. You're in a big band. That's a pretty big band.
But I've done the van thing. I've done the van.
That's where you started, man.
I paid my dues, man, just like everyone.
They almost have to. It's crazy. Like, how did you get into music originally?
You know what? You mentioned the other day you were watching something about Back to the Future.
Oh, that's right.
What was that?
Yeah. I was watching this documentary on Netflix called "Movies That Make Us" or "Made Us" or something like that. I forgot the exact phrasing. But the first episode of the second season was Back to the Future, and I was watching that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, I saw Marty McFly hit that. For me, it wasn't even him playing. Wasn't him playing Johnny B. Good. It was the part where he's in front of the huge speaker.
Yeah,
and he takes the big guitar pick, and he's like, he just turns it up. You hear the hum, and then he hits it and flies back. I was like, I want to do that.
That's awesome, man. No, that's awesome. That's probably my favorite movie of all time. If I had to like name one, that's just a great movie. And
do Do you like the trilogy or just
I
the
love all
first
three.
one?
I love all three.
Yeah, yeah.
My friends give me like always talk trash about the third one, but I love all three to be honest. Like
Third one is the cowboy one, right?
yeah. I stand by all of them. They're all good. They're all good.
I agree, man. I thought the cowboy. I mean, for the time, the Wild Wild West one was a really cool. Like where are they going to take it now? Oh shit, man, that's kind of cool.
Dude, it was the guy from I had the guy who played George McFly in the second and third one on here, and then I had a guy that I the head writer for Family Guy who told me that was like he was so disappointed seeing the second one. It's always interesting like hearing what friends say and like other people like people in the show and stuff. It was like he was like he said he waited in line to see the second one and was like disappointed. But I just thought he was like I guess he built it up so much or something like. You know, like he likes him now. I think though is what he's saying. That was funny.
Well, he's part of like an epic trilogy, but
yeah,
I can I can't imagine being an actor or an actress and just going out there and being on set for 2 months and then so many scenes, we don't know it as the viewers, but so many scenes get cut. It gets to the editing floor. It needs to go from 2 hours to an hour and a half. What do? Or an hour 15. You cut scenes. So
yeah.
I can't imagine. They're looking forward to that. They watch it. They're looking forward. That scene was epic, and it got cut, dude. You didn't know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So,
no, it's a crazy trilogy, man. Like, but yeah, no, it's funny hearing like different people's opinion on Back to the Future. I don't know why that makes me laugh. It's like just on the show. I think we talked about like three or four times. Different. It's just like kind of a funny concept, man. But what are you guys doing now? Like, what are you guys? What's kind of like the plan for Smash Mouth right now?
We've got a bunch of stuff starting on the 18th of September, so just a few weeks away. We're busy till November currently, and hopefully we'll get some stuff in November and December. Yeah, it's very busy. I'm like, our first show on the 18th is in Florida, and right now, I don't know when you guys are watching this. This might be like years from now, but right now, Florida is getting smacked down with Delta, man, with COVID. It's not good. So I'm just hoping we have very strict COVID rules and regulations, and I'm hoping that we can just get through this 6 weeks of work without anything happening, because it would suck if we have to cancel 2 or 3 because someone gets sick. So we're really, really trying to be safe as possible.
No, yeah. Do you guys play old songs too, or what do you guys play? What's a Smash Mouth like set like these days? Like what is like what? You guys been around a fucking minute now, you know?
So I'll tell you what. Well, first of all, yeah, I mean we're doing 75, 90-minute shows, so for sure we're playing more than All Star and Believer.
No, that's so funny how you put
that. and Walking on the Sun.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, what does this set look like? It's probably killer though these days. Like, you guys have a catalog. You got like a 20-year catalog or something, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of great songs. Some that come to mind that are oldies but goodies are the Fonz. Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Like super fuzz and rock and just so much fun to play.
That was like that first album, right? Like the.
I don't because I got all of them. I don't know like which one is off which album. I just know like this is a song from Smash Mouth that I had to learn, you know.
That's hilarious.
But I don't know which album it's off of. But the Fonz and we do Roadman, which is a big favorite. Sometimes if the vibe is right and the crowd is right, we'll do a song called Stoned, which I love playing. There's a super, super hard to play song, which Greg wrote, like, it's called Padrino. I even hit him up and I was like, dude, this is an insane song, man. Like, how the hell did you write this? Because it's just like an old school mafia kind of song. If you've never heard it, check it out, Padrino. And it just talks about, like, I remember the third verse that I sing is, I know it's not a wise thing to do, writing funny songs about the mob, but if it's all the same to you, I don't know. But anyways, I forget it. It's been such a long time since we've done it. It's such a hard song to play, and we rarely do it, but it is insane. It's just an insane song. So yeah, we do a lot of oldies but goodies.
That's crazy. Are you guys writing music currently, or?
They're always writing music. I mean, Paul, the bass player, yeah, they're always in the studio, sometimes up north in San Jose, sometimes in Nashville. They're always writing things. We did some things during the pandemic. Really hasn't been, actually, there was a song that was going to be a single before the pandemic, and it kind of disappeared, and I'm just like, wait, what happened? Like, that was a fucking great song. But I don't know, it might come out at a certain point or not, but they're always writing stuff, and I'm in my studio writing stuff all the time. I mean, it's a nonstop thing.
No, that makes sense. Well, is there any like social media or anything you want to throw out, like your YouTube or like anything like that you want people to follow you on, or people that can contact you, I guess, or listen to?
Yeah, man. I mean, YouTube, if you just look up Sean Hurwitz, and if you don't know how to spell my name, spell it wrong and put Smash Mouth and I'll pop up, I'm sure. But yeah, if you put in Google Sean Hurwitz, Smash Mouth, you'll find me. By far, Instagram is the easiest way to contact me. But I respond to everyone everywhere. Facebook is probably my least favorite to talk to people. But yeah, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. And that's it. I wanted to say, you just got married, right?
Yeah, I got married this weekend.
Congratulations. Tell me a bit about it.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, no. So we got married in like this 1920s like old country club kind of thing, like out in the middle of a town. That we kind of like took over the whole town. The town had like 1,000 people population. We probably had about 200 people at the wedding. So
Where was it?
It was Steelville, Missouri. Like
Okay.
at Wildwood. It's like a resort lodge. Like it's awesome, man. It was like old. Like I think the room I was in, the cook died in there like years ago. The place seems haunted as fuck. Like honestly, it's like I don't know. It was like the Shining and the Titanic, like the venue. You know, it's like that's what the venue seemed like. Like the hotels seemed like that. But yeah, no love. I've been with my girlfriend or my wife now. I've been with her like about 6 years. And
Yeah, it takes a second to make the switch from girlfriend and fiance, wife. It'll take a second.
Especially in this economy and this like kind of world we're in. You gotta like make sure everybody actually loves you to make a decision and like that's I mean you can't just be like make rash decisions in this like world, you know.
Yeah. But you were saying you were with her how long?
Oh, 6 years almost. Like
Wow.
we're almost there 6 years, and we just got married this last weekend, like on the 28th of August. So no, it was a wild time, and like yeah, she's a great lady, and like we're killing it, you know, just having fun all the time, you know.
Well, congratulations. Any plans for a honeymoon?
Well, like, she's a teacher, so we pretty much did that all summer. You know, what I mean, like we're just like we don't. I mean, I have a podcast, and she's a teacher, so we like there's like months you don't even have to do it. You know, what I mean, it's like and we're building a bus like RV kind of thing. We're just gonna travel a bunch. I mean, we're just every day is a honeymoon, man. Like if your life's great, you know.
Dude, that's awesome. Couldn't agree more, man. What a great... Do you want to end? Because that was a great way to end.
we should cut that there. No, it's a good cut.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Let me tell you about this subscription box from Hamperco. Every month you get a new box shipped to your house. $100 value for $39.99. You get your cleaning essentials, your smoking essentials, and a new piece.